and in IT development, deployment, delivery module of business products, services that are provided over the internet that are been used by the real-time user. Read more on cloud computing equals what is cloud computing. 2. Expand CRM and briefly explain about CRM. Full form for CRM or acronym for CRM is Customer Relationship Management. We can understand from the full form where CRM is an application used to automate sales and marketing functions by using a software called CRM software. By using CRM software, every company/organization plans to increase their revenues and profits. This strategy of increasing revenue is done mainly by attracting customers, clients, sales, etc. Read more on CRM. What is CRM? 3. List some CRM softwares. We have number of CRM softwares which are provided by top CRM companies. Some of them are listed below depending upon their present market. Salesforce CRM, Microsoft Dynamics CRM, Oracle CRM, SAP CRM, Sage CRM, NetSuite CRM, Oracle CRM On Demand, Oracle Sales Cloud, Fusion CRM, Sugar CRM, Nimble 4. What are the advantages of cloud computing? Cloud computing has made tremendous growth in processing power, reliability of the internet, and the great increase in broadband speeds. It makes tremendous sense to make use of the centralized server of the provider of cloud computing services, as not only does it reduce the costs by a great extent by making redundant the need to buy several software licenses, it also eliminates the huge costs required by an organization to maintain and upgrade existing software. Read more on cloud computing advantages. Cloud computing advantages. 5. What is the definition of CRM? Cloud computing definition given by NIST, U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology. Cloud computing is a model for enabling ubiquitous, convenient, on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources that can be rapidly provisioned and released with minimal management effort or service provider interaction. 6. What are deployment modes of cloud computing? Cloud computing services can be provided in 4 different deployment modes depending on size and structure of an organization. 4 deployment modes of cloud computing are public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and community cloud. 7. What is PaaS? PaaS means Platform as a Service. Here in PaaS, the cloud service providers provides hardware, OS, operating system, storage, network services over the cloud. It is the way like a rent. If there is no service like platform, and there will be no applications. Which applications are built on a platform? Get more details on PaaS. What is PaaS? 8. What is SaaS? SaaS means Software as a Service. Through this services all the softwares are distributes over the cloud. By using SaaS, no need to install any software, all softwares are readily available over the internet. Get more details on SaaS. What is SaaS? 9. What is IaaS? Full form IaaS is Infrastructure as a Service. Here in IaaS, the cloud service providers will provide infrastructure like servers, hosting services, and storage. Servers and storages are the basic services provided by cloud service providers. Get more details on IaaS. What is IaaS? 10. What is public cloud? Public cloud can be available to people across the world. In this public cloud, the user has no control over the resources. 11. What is private cloud? Private cloud can be accessed only within the limited premises. In private cloud, cloud services providers cloud infrastructure to particular organization or business specially. This cloud infrastructure is not provided to others. 13. What is hybrid cloud? Hybrid cloud is the combination of number of clouds of any type, but the cloud has the ability to allow data and/or applications to be moved from one cloud to another cloud. Hybrid cloud is a combination of public cloud, private cloud, community cloud. Here API is used as an interface between public and private cloud. 14. What are the different types of cloud service providers? Cloud service providers are those who provide cloud services to the business and customers or consumers. Cloud service providers will have huge database, data centers, infrastructure, softwares, platform and hardware systems. Get more details on cloud service providers. Different cloud service providers list. 15 Difference between public and private cloud. Public cloud can be available to people across the world. In this public cloud, the user has no control over the resources. Where private cloud can be accessed only within the limited premises. In private cloud, cloud services providers cloud infrastructure to particular organization or business specially. This cloud infrastructure is not provided to others. 16 Salesforce.com is based on which cloud computing service? Salesforce.com is based on software as a service, SaaS. 17 What are common factors on SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS? SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS are the three types of services provided using cloud. Their common factor for providing services to organization and customer is the cloud depending upon the types of the service they need. SaaS provides software service on cloud, where PaaS provides platform for application development, and finally IaaS provides infrastructure. 18. What is Salesforce? Salesforce is one of the best customer relationship management, CRM, tool. Salesforce is among one of the best web-based flexible and powerful database provider available in the market. Get more details on Salesforce. What is Salesforce? 19. Different Salesforce editions. Salesforce.com provides different types of editions and features depending upon the cloud. For Sales Cloud, it provides 4 different types of editions. They are Group, Professional, Enterprise, Unlimited. 20. Number of Salesforce editions released per year. Salesforce releases updates for every year. They are Spring, Summer, Winter. 21. Difference between Salesforce.com and Force.com. Salesforce.com and Force.com are relatively same, but they are different in their functionality. Salesforce.com is used to develop CRM functionality-based application, where Force.com is used to customize our data model, business logic, and user interface. 22. What is Database.com? Database.com is a type of service provided by Salesforce.com to enhance the power of Salesforce.com CRM applications. Database.com provides data as a service to subscribers. 23. How many types of portals are available in Salesforce? In Salesforce.com we have 3 types of portals. They are Customer Portal, Partner Portal, Self-Service Portal. 24. What is app in Salesforce? App means an application. In Salesforce, an application consists a group of tabs which are designed to work as a single function. We have number of applications in Salesforce.com. Some of them are sales, marketing, chatter, site.com, work.com, etc. We can create new application and also customization for the existing apps in Salesforce.com. To create new app in SFDC, go to setup = build = create = app. 25. Different types of object in Salesforce.com. And why they called so? In Salesforce.com we have 2 types of objects. They are standard objects, custom objects. Standard objects are called so because they are created and provided by Salesforce.com. Custom objects are those which are created by an user in Salesforce.com. Get more details on Salesforce objects in Salesforce. 26. What is an object in Salesforce? An object is represented as a database table which stores organization data. Objects consists of set of fields and we store data against that field. To view data, Salesforce provided tabs. To create custom fields, go to setup = build = create = object. 27. What is tab in Salesforce? Salesforce.com provides list of tabs and are placed in tab menu. To access data of an object's tabs are used. Tabs in Salesforce are 3 types. They are Custom tabs, Visual Force tabs. Web tabs. 28 list examples of custom field types. Some of the custom field types are date field, date/time field, currency field, checkbox field, number field, text field, pick list field, email field, percent fields, phone field, URL field, and many more. Learn how to create custom fields. 29.w. Hat are the standard and custom fields in Salesforce. Standard fields for custom objects stores the information about created by, modified by, currency, name, owner and division. These are the standard fields in Salesforce.com. Custom field for custom objects store unique data or information of an organization. 30. How many custom fields can I create in an object? In Unlimited Edition we can create up to 500 fields per object. In Professional Edition we can create up to 100 custom fields per object. 31. What is a profile? Profiles are those which defines users to perform different functions like settings and permissions in Salesforce. It is another way to restrict or control access to a particular record. Profile are of two types. Standard profile. Custom profile. Standard profile. Profiles created by Force.com are called standard profiles. Custom profiles. Profiles created by user are called custom profiles. 32. What is role? Role hierarchy settings make the managers and subordinates to edit and view the records. The users in the hierarchy can be able to view, edit, and report all the data shared. To create roles in Salesforce, go to Setup = Administer = Manage Users = Roles. 33. Difference between role and profile? Roles using we can provide record level access like organization-wide defaults, role hierarchy, sharing rules and manual sharing. Simply roles influences record level access. Profiles using profile object level and field level access can be made like general permissions, tab level permissions, read and write permissions, etc. 34. Number of standard profiles available in Salesforce.com. In Salesforce we have 6 standard profile. They are: Standard User, Solution Manager, Marketing User, Read Only, System Administrator. 35. How can you use the term transfer record in profile? Transfer record is a type of permission in Salesforce. If a user is given access to transfer a record, then the user will have the ability to transfer the records which have read access. 36. Tell me about company profile. In Salesforce.com, company profile consists of information about language, locale, time zone, number of licenses, storage and available space, about fiscal year, address and currencies. 37. How to get security token in Salesforce.com. To get security token in Salesforce.com, go to your name = personal = reset my security token. 38. What is a fiscal year in Salesforce? Fiscal years in Salesforce are used to define starting and ending date of an organization financial year. Fiscal years in Salesforce are two types. They are: Standard fiscal year, to change starting month of the fiscal year. This type is used. Custom fiscal year, we can set custom fiscal year dates like quarters, weeks. 39. What is a dependent pick list? Dependent pick list allows to contain multiple values and pick value one among them or multiple values among them. Dependent fields depends upon controlling field. Read more about dependent pick list. Dependent pick list. 40. What is page layout and record types? Page layout. In page layout, customization can be done like fields, related lists, custom links can be arranged. Record types. Record types in Salesforce helps to implement business processes like defining pick list values for standard and custom pick lists. 41. How to delete user from Salesforce? In Salesforce.com, deleting a user is not possible. But the user can be deactivated by freezing that user in Salesforce. To deactivate user, go to Setup = Administer = Manage Users = Users = click on Freeze. 42. How to freeze users in Salesforce.com. In Salesforce.com, deleting a user is not possible. But the user can be deactivated by freezing that user in Salesforce. To deactivate user, go to Setup Administer Manage Users click on Freeze. 43. In how many ways can we store files, images, and documents in Salesforce.com? What are they? In Salesforce.com we can store files, images, and documents in 5 types. They are: attachments, documents, Google Drive, libraries, chatter files. 44. What are static resources? Static resources helps to store upload images, files, zip files, documents, JavaScript files, CSS files which can be used in Visualforce pages. Maximum data storage limit for static resource is 250 MB. 45. Lists some standard indexed fields in Salesforce.com. ID, name, owner fields, lookup fields, master detail relationship fields, audit dates like last modified dates etc. are the standard indexed fields in Salesforce.com. 46. Which fields are indexed by default in Salesforce? Salesforce indexes some fields by default. They are ID, name, owner fields, lookup fields, master detail relationship fields, audit dates like last modified dates. 47. Which fields cannot be added as a custom index? Formula fields. 48. In Salesforce, can two users can have same profile? Yes. 49. Is it possible to edit formula field values in a record? No. Salesforce interview questions on security. 50. What is a sharing rule? Sharing rules in Salesforce represent the permissions and exceptions to your organization. By using sharing rules we can grant access to edit, read/write permissions to user. Sharing rules are of 2 types. They are manual sharing, automatic sharing. 51. What is manual sharing? Manual sharing is the process of sharing records manually. 52. What is permission set? Permission sets in Salesforce.com are the combination of different settings and permission sets given to user to access records and files. Note: manual sharing is available for only organization-wide. Default settings are private to the object. 53. Difference between profiles and permission sets? Permission sets. In this permission sets we define the access level of the user. Generally we determine what a user can do in the applications. These are used to grant additional permission to a user. Profiles. In object-level security, profiles are assigned to the user by system administrator. A profile can be assigned to many users whereas a user can have only one profile. 54. How can you define field dependency? In field dependency, we have 2 fields: controlling field and dependent field. When a selection is made, the controlling field controls dependent pick list values. X. When a country is selected in dependent pick list, then the states are available to that country. Here country is controlling field and state is dependent field. 55. How many field dependencies we can use in Visualforce page? We can use up to 10 field dependencies in Visualforce pages. 56. Tell me about field level security. In field level security, we control the user what to see, edit, delete of a particular field in the object. 57. Briefly describe about field level security. In field level security, we control the user what to see, edit, delete of a particular field in the object. In some situation, like if we want to grant access control over object to a user but the user should not be able to access some particular fields in that objects, then we go for field level security. Field level security can be controlled by profiles and permission sets. Profiles, page layouts, IP ranges, login hours, desktop, client access, permission sets, app permissions, record types, tab settings, assigned apps, object permissions, field level security. Apex Classes Visual Force pages 58. What are login hours and login IP ranges? Login hours are set in an organization to restrict the users who tries to log in before or after login hours. To set login hours in an organization, go to Setup = Administration = Manage Users = Profiles. IP ranges are used to restrict any login attempt is done from unknown IP addresses. Usually organizations maintain login IP ranges. To set login IP ranges in Salesforce, go to Setup = Administration Setup = Manage Users = Profiles. 59. What is a user record? User records consist key information about the user. 60. What is a record owner? Record ownership, the user or queue who controls and have the right to access a record. Generally there are two types of owners. They are users, queues. 61. What are organization-wide defaults? Organization-wide defaults define the baseline level of access to data records for all users in an organization. Organization-wide defaults are used to restrict access to data, records. Organization-wide defaults, OWD, can be defined for standard objects and custom objects. 62. What is a role and role hierarchy? Salesforce uses role hierarchy to automatically grant access to users by default. We cannot edit grant access using hierarchies for standard objects and can edit grant access using hierarchies checkbox for standard objects. 63. What is access at the role level? Access at the role level depends upon the organization-wide defaults. 64. What are the different types of sharing rules in Salesforce and explain them? Account sharing rule, contact sharing rule, case sharing rule, opportunity sharing rule, lead sharing rule, custom object sharing rule. 65. In how many ways can we share a record? Records can be shared in 5 types. They are role hierarchy, organization-wide defaults, manual sharing, criteria-based sharing rules, apex sharing. 66. Best practices of creating contact sharing rules. Organization-wide default settings are used to set read, write, read/write permissions. 67. How can I provide record-level access to users in an organization? Then what should I use from Salesforce security model? Get more details on record-level security in Salesforce. 68. If I want object-level accesses, then what should I use from Salesforce security model? Get more details on object-level access. Object-level security in Salesforce. 69. What are governor limits? Governor limits in Salesforce.com are the runtime limits enforced by the Apex runtime engine to write scalable and efficient code. Read more on governor limits in Salesforce. 70. Is it possible to bypass grant login access using hierarchies in case of standard objects? Yes. 71. Can we use sharing rules to restrict data access? No, sharing rules cannot restrict data access. 72. Is it possible to create sharing rules for detail object? No, we can create sharing rules for details objects because they don't have owner field. Salesforce interview questions on OWD 73. How can you change the setting grant access using hierarchies for standard objects? It is not possible. By default, grant access using hierarchies options are enabled for standard objects and they cannot be changed. For custom objects we can change grant access using hierarchies settings. 74. What are the mandatory points that you think while creating user and role? Its profile. 75. While setting OWD, organization-wide sharing, can we change/modify the setting of child record in case of master detail relationship? No, we cannot change the settings of child record in master detail relationship because child record is controlled by parent record. 76. Number of accesses available in organization-wide defaults and what are they? We have 13 types of access in organization default settings. They are private, controlled by parent, public read only, public read/write, Public read/write/transfer. Public full access. Use. No access. View only. Hide details. Hide details and events. Show details. Show details and events. 77 In partner community, external user is having appropriate OWD and profile settings for opportunity or consider any other object. However, they are getting insufficient privilege access. What might be cause of this error? First, check that every field used in report has field level security for external users. Check whether standard report visibility settings are enabled. If it is enabled, user can be able to see reports which are based on standard report types. Now external user can be able to access sensitive information of internal user. Salesforce interview questions on relationships 78. What are the different types of relationships in SFDC? What are they? They are 4 types of relationships in Salesforce.com. They are master detail relationship, lookup relationship, many relationship, hierarchy relationship. We cannot use this relationship. 79. What is a lookup relationship? No parent is required. Relationship is optional. No impact on security. Roll-up summary fields cannot be available. 25 Lookup relationships can be created to one object. 80 What is master detail relationship? We create master detail relationship using junction object in Salesforce. Child record must have a associated parent. Cascade record level security. Cascade record deletion. Roll-up summary fields can be established. Standard objects cannot be a detail object. Standard objects can be a master object. Maximum 2 master detail relationships can be created to an object. Records can be reparented. Get more details here. Master detail relationship 81. What is a self relationship? Self relationship is nothing but creating relationship between 2 same objects. This self relationship is a lookup relationship to the same object. 82 What is roll-up summary? Roll-up summary field in Salesforce calculates values from a set of related records. 83. Define various characters of roll-up summary field. Roll-up summary field can be created only in an object which is referred as an object with a master detailed relationship field. Roll-up summary field can only created for master detail relationship. Roll-up summary field cannot be created for lookup relationship. It derives the data from child object. We can't change field type of a field that we reference in a roll-up summary field. Auto numbers are not available here. Roll-up summary fields are not available for mapping lead fields of converted fields. 84 List out the functions of roll-up summary field. Count, it calculates the total number of related records. Sum, it totals the values of selected fields. Min, displays lowest value. Max, displays the highest value. 85 What is many relationship in Salesforce? Many relationships between 2 objects can be created. Junction object is used to create many relationship. Junction object can also be called as join object. Junction object links each objects in many relationship. 86 How to create roll-up summary field on lookup relationship. https://www.salesforce-tutorial.com/how-to-create-roll-summary-fields-in-Salesforce. 87. Can we have roll-up summary fields in case of parent-child relationships? No. 88 Is it possible to edit roll-up summary field value in a record? No, roll-up summary fields are read-only fields and they cannot be edited. 89 Is it possible to create roll-up summary field on parent object? Yes, we can create roll-up summary field on parent object only with master detail relation between objects. 90 How to create many relationship? https://www.salesforcetutorial.com/many-to-many-relationships-in-Salesforce. 91. What is junction object? In Salesforce, junction object are the part of the objects which joins one object to another. These are specially used to join many objects in many-to-many relationships. 92. What are the main things need to consider in the master detail relationship? Cascade deletion of the child records is done when parent record is deleted in master detail relationship. 93. Can we convert the lookup relationship to master detail relationship? If so, how can we convert? Yes, we can convert lookup relationship to master details relationship. Conversion can be done only if all the fields have valid lookup fields values only. 94. Can we create master detail relationship on existing records? Yes, it is possible to create master detail relationship on existing record. First we have to create lookup relationship to a record, then convert it to master detail relationship. 95. How to create many-to-many relationships between two objects? Many-to-many relationship can be created using junction object. Learn how to create many-to-many relationship in Salesforce. 96. In case of master detail relationship, on update of master record, can we update the field of child record using workflow rule? Number 97. In case of master detail relationship, on update of child record, can we update the field of parent record using workflow rule? Yes, we can update field of parent record using workflow rule. 98. What happens to detail record when master record is deleted? When master record is deleted, its detail records are also deleted. 99. What happens to child record when a master record is deleted in lookup relationship? Child records are not deleted. 100. A custom object contains some records. Now my requirement is to create field in this object with master detail relationship. No. We can no create master detail relationship. First create lookup relationship and associate look fields for every parent record and then convert this to master detail relationship. 101. Can we create both master detail relationship and lookup relationship at a time? Yes, we can create. Salesforce interview questions on reports and dashboards. 102. What are different kinds of reports? There are three types of reports in Salesforce.com. They are tabular reports, summary reports, matrix reports. 103. What are standard reports? Standard reports in Salesforce are those provided by Salesforce.com. These type of reports cannot be deleted and used primarily for creating custom reports. 104. What are custom reports? Custom reports in Salesforce are those created by user with specific criteria. These type of report can be deleted, edited, and stores in personal folders. 105. What is a tabular report? Tabular reports in Salesforce are those where the data is displayed in the form of list. In tabular reports, custom data is arranged without subtotals. 106. What is a summary report? Summary reports in Salesforce are those where the data is displayed in the form of summary format. Sorting, sum total of data can be available in this report. 107. What is a matrix report? Matrix reports in Salesforce are those where the data is arranged in grid format having rows and columns. Data is arranged vertically and horizontally in tables like Excel format. 108. What is trend report? Trend reports in Salesforce are those which displays historical data. Trend reports are used to analyze which fields contains data that we want to leave out. 109. What are custom report types? Custom report types in Salesforce allows us to build framework in the report wizard when creating custom reports. This custom reports can be created between standard and custom objects. 110. Who can run reports? In Salesforce.com, most reports run automatically when we click on the report name. If we want to run a report, click on Run Report to run automatically. 111. What is a bucket field in reports? In Salesforce reports, bucket fields are used to categorize reports records. When we use bucket field in reports, there is no need of creating formula or a custom field. 112. Is it possible to delete reports using data loader? No, it is not possible to delete reports using data loaders. 113. What are dashboards? Salesforce dashboards are the graphical representation and visual presentation of reports data in Salesforce. 114. What are the different dashboard components? Salesforce dashboard components are used to represent data. Salesforce dashboards have some visual representation components like graphs, charts, gauges, tables, metrics and visual force pages. We can use up to 20 components in single dashboard. 115. What are dynamic dashboards? Dynamic dashboards in Salesforce displays set of metrics that we want across all levels of your organization. Enterprise editions can use 5 dynamic dashboards and Unlimited edition can use 10 dashboards. Read more on Dynamics dashboards, https://www.salesforcetutorial.com/creating dynamic dashboards Salesforce/116. Can we schedule dynamic dashboards? No, we cannot schedule dynamic dashboards for refresh. It must be done manually. 117. Explain dynamic dashboard. Dynamic dashboards in Salesforce displays set of metrics that we want across all levels of your organization. Dynamic dashboards in Salesforce are created to provide security settings for the dashboards in Salesforce.com. We may have a requirement in an organization to view all data by every user in an organization according to their access. We have to select Run as Logged In User. There are 2 setting options in dashboards. They are Run as Specified User, Run as Logged In User. 118. Who can access drag and drop dashboard? User who have permissions in Managed Dashboard can access drag and drop dashboard. 119. Which type of report can be used for dashboard components? Summary reports and matrix reports are used for dashboard components. 120. Which permission is required to set the running user other than you in dashboard? The user must have view all data permission is required to set the running users. 121. What is the use of floating report header? Floating report headers enables us to display the column header visible on each page when we scroll the report page. 122. How to enable floating report header? To enable floating report header in Salesforce, go to Setup =Customize Reports and Dashboards User Interface Settings click on Enable Floating Report Header. 123. What is Analytical Snapshot in Salesforce.com? Analytical Snapshot in Salesforce are used to create reports on historical data. 124. What is Workflow? Salesforce Workflow is a business logic that evaluates the records as they are created, updated in an object to apply automated process like assigning tasks, emails, field update and outbound message sending. 125. Different workflow components available in Salesforce. In Salesforce.com, workflows consists of 5 components. They are workflow rules, workflow tasks, workflow email alerts, workflow field updates, workflow outbound messages. 126. What are the different workflow actions available in Salesforce? Tasks, email alerts, field updates, outbound messages. 127. What is a workflow task? Workflow tasks in Salesforce are used to assign a task to users. Using tasks we can specify the subject, status, priority, and due date of the task. Tasks are workflow and approval actions that are triggered by workflow rules or approval processes. 128. What is a workflow alert? Email alert is one of the action used in workflow and approval. They are used to generate email template by a workflow rule or approval process and sent to destination recipients. We can send workflow email alerts to users, contacts having an invalid email address. 129. What is a workflow field update? Field updates in workflow and approval processes specifies the field that we want updated and inserting the new value for it. Depending on the field type, we can choose the following options. They are apply a specific value, make the value blank, or calculate a value based on a formula you create. 130. What is time-dependent workflow? Time-dependent workflows are not executed independently. Time-dependent workflows remain constant in the workflow queue as long as the workflow rule criteria is valid. 131. Time-dependent workflow, considerations. When defining time-dependent workflows in Salesforce, we have to use standard and custom date and date/time fields defined for the object. We have to specify time using days and hours. Also add actions to existing time triggers. 132. Limitations of time-dependent workflow. When defining time-dependent workflows in Salesforce, we have to use standard and custom date and date/time fields defined for the object. We have to specify time using days and hours. Also add actions to existing time triggers. 133. In which criteria of a workflow, time-dependent workflow action cannot be created, and every time it's edited. 134. When you can't add time-dependent action in workflow rule. Time-dependent actions in workflow rules cannot be added when the following actions takes place. When workflow rule is active. When workflow rule is deactivated and has pending actions in the queue. When the workflow rule criteria of a record is set to, created, and every time it's edited. When the workflow rule is included in a package. 135. We have a time-based workflow and there is action scheduled to be executed. If we deactivate the workflow, scheduled actions will be removed from queue or not. Even after deactivating the workflow, its action will not be removed. It's still active in queue. 136. We have time-based workflow and there is action scheduled to be executed. Can we delete that workflow? It is not possible to delete the workflow when the workflow is having any pending time-dependent actions. 137. How to clear the time-based workflow action queue. We can clear time-based workflow action queue in two ways. They are: make the criteria false. Removing scheduled actions from the queue. 138. While creating workflow on task, what difference observed on available actions? While creating workflow on task, we cannot find send email action. 139. Suppose if a record meets workflow criteria for time-based workflow action, the action goes in queue. Later, before the time-based action is triggered, the same record gets modified and the criteria previously met is changed and now it does not meet the workflow criteria. What happens to the time-based action placed in queue? Simply the time-based workflow action is removed from workflow queue and will not get fired. 140. Difference between trigger and workflow. Salesforce interview questions. Salesforce interview questions, Salesforce interview FAQ, Salesforce answers, Salesforce interview questions with answers, Salesforce all interview questions.